first let me jump into the architecture. Let's see how the WebDriver works, and then we move on to the next topics. So let me come here. So you can see this is just I have taken some sample. I'm just taking it. You see, this is the languages you are using it. Example Java, Python, C Sharp, right? So these are the things you're using languages to write your script. So by using Java, you will be writing the Selenium scripts inside this. So it has your Selenium script, right? Now this will be contacting, or else this code which you have written, either maybe you have written in Eclipse or something, some of the tool, and this tool will need to interact with your browser. Okay, so this is your browser. So, for example, if you're asking you have one task, okay, like just want to have to hit some link. So you are going to click that link. You have returned that by using the Selenium script, by using the Java, and that particular line of code will be executing, and the control should go to the browser, and the browser should do the operation, and again the browser should send you the response back to that Selenium that I have clicked it. So this is what it happens, but in between we have some of the operation takes place. So this while you take this, the kind of communication happens between this your language and your browser takes place by using a JSON wire protocol over your HTTP client. Okay. This is nothing but your JavaScript object. In JavaScript object it will be, and it uses some protocol enabled APIs over HTTP client. So this will be sending some request to this browser, okay, in the form of JSONs, okay, in the form of REST APIs. In the form of REST API, it will send you the request here, and it will go to this browser, and it will do some operation, and this in turn, this browser will return you the responses. Like, what is the response? Maybe you have seen in your web applications like success code 200 or something. If you're getting some failure, it will be getting some 400. So those kind of response will be passed from the browser again to this kind of code, and this how your architecture looks. So in a single, or in in a single just way, I can tell like Selenium WebDriver is an API, or I can say this is a JARS. Okay. I can say this is an interface in the term of Java. I can say as an interface. So since this has involved a lot of inbuilt like JSON wire protocol, we can call this as APIs. Since this has a bundle of JARs inbuilt, I can say as JARs. In a Java perspective, I can say this interface. So this may be some of the interview questions kind of things. What is meant by interface? I mean the WebDriver. So it is nothing but API or JARs or interfaces. Okay, right. So now coming back to this, so this I can say this part as a language level binding. Okay. Since we have a lot of languages, we have LLB. See, this is a language level binding. So okay, so this is the language level binding. The binding will be happen here with the Selenium, and the request will be passed on to the browsers the way of JSON wire protocol over the HTTP client. All right, but here thinking about, or else talking about your security purpose. Okay, and one more thing, the kind of JSON wire protocol which you are using here, it cannot directly talk with your browser. That need to be one intermediate option should be present here. Then only the browser will be interacting, because due to security purpose, any third party tool just cannot talk to this browser and get the information. Okay, and that cannot be. That browser won't allow that kind of operations. That's a security plays the role, important role. So based on the security, we have one thing called in between here. is called as the drivers. This is drivers which is specific to browsers. Okay? Each and every browser, they provide some drivers to this, so that the driver won't it will undergo some security things, and it won't give all the things which is necessary by this part, which we are requesting. Okay, it should not give, because if it give everything, then it won't be a good security tool. Okay, so this driver plays an important role, and for each and every browser has the driver. For example, you have for IE we have IE driver, for Chrome we have Chrome driver, for Firefox we can have Gecko driver. So this will be playing the important role to communicate with your browser. Without these drivers, you cannot communicate directly with the browser. So this browser will be having something or some kind of broker in place who will be checking this, whether the request coming from this language level binding is good or not, so that if it's okay, it will be allowing you to go to this. Then only it bypasses this to your browser, or else it will be just stopping you at this stage itself. So here the security plays the main role. Okay.